I'm joined today by Eric Kuisch, COO at Eurofiber Group. Thank you so much for logging on and speaking with me today, Eric.
Yes, you're welcome.
To start us off, what emerging technologies are you investing in your fiber network? Is it AI, automation cloud, SDN or NFV?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we have a number of them that we put in our network. So we put a lot of effort now in implementing artificial intelligence to do better data analysis on our network. Of course, we don't store customer information, but we have a lot of network information, and we have great tools like Elastic Stack, which we apply now to do data analysis in an automated way, which is really, really good. Automation is a big topic for us, also to make more efficient processes for delivery of the network to our customers. And cloud is all over the place. Of course, we really believe in setting up infrastructure as a service services as the next stage for our data center business. And in doing so, we support customers in setting up hybrid cloud environments. So that's a lot of development going on there. And we also are following those trends closely and make sure that we adapt ourselves to it. Yeah.
Amazing. And so do you see the future network being completely cloud-based? And if so, how far away are we from that?
Well, I've been in this industry for 30 years now, so I have heard a lot of promises on us going totally cloud or fully virtualized. And to be honest, I don't think so. I think virtualization in itself is not a goal. It should always be part of a business opportunity. And we will see virtualization as, for instance, customers feel they want to have more flexibility in putting their workloads in data centers in a more flexible way than they've done in the past. So in doing so, it helps to have an IaaS platform, so you can easily transfer workloads among different locations or even among different countries. But there will still be a big part of the network that will be, structured in a way we know from the past, either because it's a legacy network that takes too much cost to replace, or it's simply stable enough and there is no case to do it. So case by case, we look at the opportunity, and where it makes sense, we do it. But it's not a mantra. It's not a goal in itself.
And is your model purely wholesale, or do you directly serve customers?
That's a great question. So wholesale, people think different things if you talk about the term wholesale. So yes, we have, for instance, operators that we connect to our network, and that's a wholesale offering because they have retail customers which they serve based on our network access. But we also have direct access to business customers, which I wouldn't call wholesale because we own the customer relationship. And you can think about big banks, public institutions, you can think about hospitals, but also retail chains that have different supermarkets. We have big supermarkets throughout the Netherlands that are hooked up to our network. So it's B2B. And on top of that, wholesale to operators that we do as the core of our business.
Amazing. And so how do the network demands differ from targeting residential and non-residential?
That's a complex question, Emma. It's a very complex one because sometimes the lines blur a little bit. So take, for instance, fiber to the home. We don't serve fiber to the home residential customers, but we serve operators that are targeting fiber to the home rollout. So we provide the network that they need to offer their service, but we need, of course, to understand the needs of the residential customers to design the network in such a way that is attractive for the fiber to the home operator, and therefore make our network attractive to use for them. So for instance, in Belgium, we are now building a fiber to the home capable fiber optic network, which will be used by Proximus and other Belgian operators. We don't own the end customer, but we have a lot of dialogue and alignment with our anchor customers to make sure that the network fits their needs. So it's you're trying to find the sweet spot. without getting into a big retail operation, because we are not an organization that is built for that, and we want to be focused on our B2B business.
Yeah, absolutely. And so do you own any mobile assets, or do you plan to in the future?
We don't own, if you mean with mobile assets, antennas and base stations and those kind of things, we don't own them, no, because we believe that going for an infrastructure service, as we do, fiber optic networks, data centers, cloud, those are the key elements we need. Until now, we see fiber as a supporting element for mobile networks. We don't see ourselves as providing mobile access as a service for our customers. Also because mobile networks are not really open networks. They are proprietary, owned by an operator. And our business is to provide open networks. So mobile is a difficult proposition for us, because the current way of working in the mobile environment is that everybody manages his own radio network. If this would change, nobody knows, it could change in the future, then this might open up opportunities to think about it. But until now, it has not been our focus.
And so I suppose then more on the future side of things, do you have a fixed mobile convergence strategy at all?
Well, the fixed mobile convergence is, of course, now very much top of mind because of 5G. So with 5G, the jury is still out, but there seems to be an opportunity for the first time in history to really have a, let's say, carrier-grade mobile access serving as the basis of a fixed service. So it hasn't been proven yet, because there are early trials out there with millimeter wave technology, trialing, fixed line replacement with mobile. It didn't work with 4G, 3G, but with 5G it might work. We're assessing it. It's not like we are against using mobile technology, but until now it was never on the level that we could deliver the service that customers want. Our customers typically have a very high SLA demand, and their demands are tough because they base their own internal processes on our network. So it shouldn't break down, it should be fully resilient. Until now, mobile networks never really had that super high level of SLA. It might change now with 5G. If it does, it could become part of our offerings, but until now we haven't seen it yet. But we're assessing it all the time. I mean, technology should never be underestimated. Things that are not there today can be there in 2 or 3 years, but until now we haven't seen it as a replacement of our fiber optic network.
Okay. And so you joined us at Broadband World Forum 2021.
Yeah.
What was your highlight of the show?
Meeting people, meeting people live, having a coffee with people and not looking at a screen and trying to fix your backgrounds and the noise and all of that in the room. I think it was good to have a chat. It felt like a special treat to meet people and talk to them. And it gives a lot of energy to have, real person-to-person communication, and that was really a great result of having this Broadband World Forum. I think you did it in a hybrid way, but I really liked the real life part best, because you can really catch up and do networking. And we have missed that for 1.5 years, so I'd really like to see that back. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time today, Eric.
Thank you very much, Emma.